Creatine. Is it a steroid? Who should use it? Do you need to load? What exactly does it do? My name is Chris MacKenzie. I run a supplement company. I hold a degree in advanced sports nutrition, and I've been using supplements for probably like 30 years. I'm here today to give you a no-nonsense, no BS breakdown of what creatine is, how it can help you, and how you can benefit from this wonderful supplement. So first and foremost, what is creatine? Creatine is a naturally occurring compound found in skeletal muscle that helps your body produce energy during intense workouts. So if you ask me, supplementing with it is like giving your muscles rocket fuel. More energy, more lifts, more reps, more weight, and faster recovery. Honestly, it's like a secret hack to get your muscles to perform better. So let's talk about how to use it the right way. So the question is dosage. How much creatine do you need a day? The sweet spot, in my opinion, is 3 to 8 grams per day. Some studies have been done as low as 3 grams, have shown great muscle strength gains. Bigger people usually, though, like to go to that 5 to 10 range. Do you need to load this creatine? The jury's still out on that. A lot of people think you need to take a ton of creatine early on to saturate the muscles, but the truth is that's not really the case. Sooner or later, your muscles will get saturated. And muscle saturation is the goal for your creatine supplementation. So the next question we're always asked is, when do I take creatine? In the old days, everybody said before the gym, but the truth is the studies don't really show it matters that much. Taking it on a daily basis is what matters. And just to be safe, it's good to take it around the same time every day. And I personally try to avoid taking creatine with a big meal. You usually want to get it out of your stomach and into your intestines to be digested as fast as possible. So you have a huge chunk of food sitting there clogging things up. It doesn't work that well. So again, daily, same time every day, on a relatively light stomach. So let me tell you a creatine fact that a lot of people don't know. There's studies on creatine going all the way back to the early 1800s. People think it's a relatively new thing, but it's not. Breakthrough studies came in the early 1900s and of course in the 50s and 80s, which leads to the question of what creatine product should I take? Personally, I love the BPI creatines. We have 2 products. Best Creatine is a formulated blend of multiple creatine sources, and we do have a creatine monohydrate product, microionized creatine, which is just creatine mono. The difference, it's nuance. One has multiple forms as new science comes out, and the other is tried and true. The other keynote, Best Creatine is flavored, while creatine monohydrate or microionized creatine is just a tasteless powder. So there is an opportunity to exercise your preference in making your selection to the right BPI creatine. So one logical question to ask when taking any supplement is, are there any side effects? I should tell you that you should consult a physician before using any supplement or starting any exercise plan, and particularly if you're on any prescription medications. With that said, I've been using creatine since 1990, and I have never experienced any negative side effects. People do often say there's a bloating or water retention problem. Personally, I've never felt that. I'm using creatine right now, and the water doesn't stay on. In fact, what creatine does is help you pull more water inside your muscles, which theoretically would make you look leaner and make your muscles look fuller. There's also muscle performance benefits to having proper hydrations in the muscle cells, which is another benefit creatine brings to your workout. The next question people ask is, do you need to cycle on and off creatine? And frankly, there is no good answer for that. There's a lot of science recently saying you don't need to cycle off it, but personally I do. I always like to try to reestablish a baseline and then re-invoke in the supplement. I've just felt that that's a good way to move forward. An interesting thing about creatine that I've seen over the years is your bodies do maintain a higher level of muscle creatine after you supplement, even after you stop the supplement, and you stay at a higher level, which means more strength and continued gains even while you're not using it. And one word of advice, when you're shopping for any sports nutrition product, stick with reputable brands that have what's called CGMP certification, good manufacturing practices, like BPI Sports. It's no coincidence that we have thousands of reviews on our Amazon pages for Best Creatine and microionized creatine. So in conclusion, creatine is a great supplement for anybody looking to perform better and have healthier muscle function. Creatine is healthy when you consume somewhere between 3 to 10 grams a day. You don't need to stress about a loading phase or anything fancy. Daily consumption in a consistent manner is what you should really strive for to get the maximum benefits. And of course, go with a brand you trust, and hopefully that's us here at BPI Sports. We've been making these products for decades, using them for even more decades, and I promise you this is what I use, recommend to my friends and family, so you can't go wrong. If you have any more questions, drop it in the comments here. I read all of them, and I'm personally going to get back to you.